It'll come in handy.
Young Lord Semin's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter.
Well, young Semin is marrying her, isn't he? Why would I have...
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint would have his eye on. Looks ain't everything, though. She's got such a sharp tongue on her. I almost feel sorry for young Semin. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's Teresa.
A girl from the mill? You want to watch out for them types. You might get caught up in devilry, lad. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, so you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. Old Semin wants a special sword forged for his son.
Excellent. So what we...
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel.
A blade of first-class steel.
That's right. And that's just the problem.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You really know your stuff, youngster. And you're right, for a strong sword that won't break.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in far away, and folks say they saw this interesting broken sword. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit...
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do understand. But there's...
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit, people from far and wide used to go to him for... I even heard he made a pact with the devil.
What strange goings-on?
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition.
With the devil? Why would the hermit make a pact with the...
No idea. It might just be old wives' tales.
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone who goes... I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia, but you'll have to ask the trust...
Right. I'll try to find out more about the hermit. In return, you'll get me invited to...
If it means so much to you, why not? Come and see Betty from the Truscovitz Tavern. She'll definitely tell you more about it. But Henry, if there's any truth in that, the best sword in the world isn't worth... Ah, you fucking piece of shit!
Halt! Search! Show me what you've got on you!
Go ahead and search me. I've got nothing to hide.
Everything in order. Carry on.
God bless.
Nem tetszik, ahogy néznek minket. Hiba volt idejönni.
Nyugodtabb leszünk?
Akkor könnyű ezt mondani. Még egy köpés, és nem bírom tovább.
Someone should teach them how things work in these parts.
Mint a gyilkosokra.
Csodálkozó.
The Lord be with you. What do you...
I came to apologize for the fight that me and Lord... If we caused any damages,
Ah, it's all water under the... You've served your penance by carrying them sacks, and I'm sure you won't forget about this. If you want to help me out, though, a bunch of cumans came to my tavern and, well, coin... Could you go over there? Serve...
What are humans doing in...
Beats me. I reckon Sigismund's...
But if that was the case, he'd order them to pillage and murder.
Look, all I know is that they're sitting in my yard, are hungry, and have a pile of...
All right.
You'll manage. One of them speaks our line, but be quick about it. They're starting to make the locals nervous. And no more fighting. I want this to go smooth.
Like we should be living in fear for our women in our own village.
Right. Nobody's safe with that rabble around. Bastards. Someone should kick their asses. Really
Why
clip
the
those
hell do
fuckers'
they
wings.
pour the beer on the
Human
table?
swine. You think you own the place, do you?
The innkeeper said you wanted some food.
Exactly. We do not want much. Just some bread and something beside.
Do you have money?
We have, and we pay for everything.
Showing old faces around here.
Someone should teach them how things work in these parts.
My thoughts exactly.
I spoke to the Cumans. They want some bread and sausage.
Do they have money?
Well, they say they do.
Well, all right. Albert, don't you dare take it.
Faces around here. My thoughts exactly. Like we should be living in fear for our women in our own village.
Right. Nobody's safe with that rabble around.
Gosh, in the faces, it will be too good for them.
Someone should kick their asses. Really clip.
Here you go.
Thank you. I afraid we leave. Ahesh. Without food.
Corva, why are you even talking to them? They can go to hell.
What were you thinking coming here?
We don't want trouble. We just hungry. We had enough of that. Back.
The locals don't want you here, and neither do I.
Not all humans same.
How come you speak our language?
From mother. It is long term. Maybe I tell another time. Now we just want to eat.
I wish you good appetite.
Thanks, friend.
I wouldn't exactly say friend.
Mit mondott?
Jót vágyott kívánott.
Remélem nem mérgezte meg.
Easy, fella. They just want to eat their food in peace and leave.
You seem very sure about that. Last time you got into a horse shit. I say we smash their teeth in and be done with it.
You seem to have
Are you asking for a beating? You got your ass. Do I make myself clear, you cunt?
Jobb, ha megyünk, vagy leütöm.
All right, we go.
Bitch. What did you just say? Fuck that shit. Hey, where do you think you're going? Did you really just spit on me, you scum?
He not mean it. He go too far.
And who's gonna pay?
We no eat anything. You take.
So our food ain't the gentleman's taste, eh?
Mit akarsz, te disznó?
What about you, lad? Will you help us kick these pigs out of here?
leave them alone.
You're defending those horse fuckers.
You don't even know who they are.
You think I don't? They're fucking humans. They fucking traitor.
találod! Itt találod!
Nice strike!
Itt találod!
It's a wonder you're still standing!
Szép találod! Majd nem fogom vissza magam, és az most lesz. Mi a fasz volt?
Shit! Bastards! Fuck!
What's wrong? Hey, wake up!
My head!
Hey, what the hell happened?
Tell them to fuck off, the pricks. They have no business.
What are you on about?
Shut up! You really fucked up. Now those fuckers will come back at night and slit our throats.
How dare you? I'm on the side of King...
Ha! If you're one of us, prove it. Take care of those Cuban pigs and...
What do you mean, take care?
What do you think? Just make sure they know.
Don't you think you're going too far?
Either you're with us, or you're against us. Seems they came from Samin. Try asking that.
Greetings to you too. It's better.
You've no business here. Come now. Greetings. Do you need something?
I need some advice.
You want some advice? Here's something. I catch you fighting here again, and I'll spank down to business. I don't have all day for you.
I promised Radovan the blacksmith I'd go and see Ambrose the hermit in Apollonia.
My Ambrose, the hermit, sold his soul.
I heard that as well.
So why would an evil spirit suddenly start appearing near Apollonia? It's the...
And has anyone sent to the castle for the priest?
Not at all. Bailiff Thrush is keeping it quiet so far. 4 strangers came here yesterday. They sat in the corner there, but once they heard about the apparition, they started to take a big interest.
What strangers?
They looked like monks, only they had daggers concealed under their robes. I saw them clearly. I'm telling you, there's something fishy going on around Ambrose.
But I have to speak to him.
Didn't you hear what I said? He doesn't speak to nobody. He hides away in his hut and sends everyone away. I'd think long and hard before doing anything if I was you. Because this reeks of hell.
I'd like to ask you about that hermit in
Go on.
What do you know about this?
Stanislav, the herds boy. He come, and the very next night it appeared in... There's this conciliatory stone cross there. There's some devilry in it for
And it was the herds boy who saw it by the cross, or someone else?
The apothecary's wife, Gerda. Ask her yourself.
Where can I find the hermit?
Stanislav has a sheep pen in the meadow beyond the Troskovitz graveyard.
How do I get to the hermit?
You're asking for trouble, lad. But all you go through Apollonia, along the path below the rocks, and from there you take the path uphill to the left, leading into the rocks.
Who's this hermit fella, anyway?
No one knows. He settled in the rocks a few years back. Folk used to go to him for various healing ointments or advice.
And what has he got to do with...
Well, he was at death's door recently, bedridden, and he's like a different man since then. He sends everyone... Mark my words. And the devil sometimes comes here on the prowl for
Where did these peculiar monks...
Hard to say, but they rode in on well-fed horses.
Monks on horse?
Well, Bashka the Butcher says they came from the bishop about that diabolical apparition. In short, the Inquisition.
God be with you.
Welcome. You can buy everything. A few days ago, when I was returning with new goods, I salvaged some things.
Were there any valuables in there?
You bet. Lord Simin and Fatela Bartishak. I was carrying if you only knew how much...
And where did the wagon tip?
On the roads near the Katchak Pond. I can't tell you how much it still pisses me off.
What?
Me too. But what can I do?
I wanted to ask you. I'm not from here, and I'd like to get my bearings.
Ja, natürlich, you're not from here. Everyone around here... Aber das ist deine Sache. Also, what do...
I'll have a look at the... I'd like to do something about that price.
Warum nicht?
What would you say to this?
Well, if you offer a little bit more...
And it looked like we'd never...
Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
What now?
Good morning.
I'd like to ask you about...
No,
Wait, Gerda. On the contrary,
Really?
I believe...
So,
Relax, Gerda.
it grows by the cross there. I didn't get home till after dark when...
So you went back to the cross?
God have mercy. I started to scream.
That's all?
And proper flying along it was.
What's this place where...
It's a conciliatory cross. They say some years ago.
And the day after you saw the...
Aye, all askew.
Don't worry, Gerda.
What do you think happened?
I don't know, but you needn't fear.
Thank you. But please...
Gerda really did see something. That cross hides a secret.
You're up bright and early today.
I heard a shepherd saw an apparition.
It's not wise to go there. There's a...
What do you know about the apparition?
It's all God's holy truth. Gerda from the... Take care.
I apologize.
The conciliatory cross. An old memorial to some unfortunate event. This is where Gerda saw the apparition. Fresh soil. Someone was digging here recently. It doesn't look like an apparition, Gerda. He didn't take either the coin or the books. So it wasn't a thief. It must be something else he was after.
What happened to you?
I'm in big trouble.
How so?
I lost a letter. I was supposed to deliver it to my master.
What was in the letter?
I have no idea what it said. For one thing, but it was my master's beloved who's...
Oh, so it could just as easily have been a...
I don't really care what was in it.
Would you like me to help you look for it?
There's no point now. I've been on the road.
Do you know where you might have...
I haven't the faintest idea.
You should have been losing the one thing you're supposed to do.
I know. So I forgot to check my bag. But now it's gone, and I'm...
I have to be going. I hope you find the letter.
Me too.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Wait! Punch me in the face.
What?
Smack me in the gob. I'll say I was ambushed on the way and they...
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'd rather take a couple of punches from you. I can tell you to stop when so you get why it's better for me to be slapped around by you.
Very well then. Or not. It's up to you. You ready?
I am.
All right.
That was...
Do you think that's enough?
I definitely...
Glad to be of help then.
Greetings. What do you want?
I hear you saw some diabolical...
Was it the bailiff who sent you?
No. I want to go to Apollonia. I've heard talk he's somehow linked to that apparition. So
Why do you want to know? Forget that shit, pal.
Want a swig of schnapps?
If it's any...
It's just that I...
Don't offer what you haven't...
How was it with the
Leave me be.
Do you want to roast it?
But I didn't do...
You're not caring well for your...
I don't know. One time I carried a... All right, it was the bailiff what asked me to do it, but the good I'm not afraid for my soul, so that...
How was it with the diabolical...
Leave me be.
I know how to deal with...
Of course.
Say after me.
Vade retro...
Vade retro satana.
My God, what a spell. What did you want to know?
What exactly did you say?
A diabolical apparition. His eyes glowed, and his horse was black as charcoal. To the hermit's place.
He turned this way and that.
I'm telling the truth. Gerda from...
But the hermit helps people though, doesn't he?
Aye, he did. Only now they're saying he was at death's door.
Why?
Who knows what's going on in them rocks? Take care for now.
That herds boy really did see something. And the trail leads into the rocks. Horse? What's it doing here in the woods? I should take a closer look. Shit! beautiful horse. Black as charcoal. The herdsboy wasn't lying. And you don't smell of brimstone. You're just an ordinary horse. Someone really did come to see the hermit. But it wasn't the devil. This is the place the innkeeper was talking about. The hermit lives somewhere up here. God be with you, hermit. Folk in the village are saying you've made a miraculous recovery. And since then, you won't let anyone near you.
Nothing happened. I just can't stand all these people. Can't I have a moment's peace?
Judging by what I've heard about...
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of talk about you in the village.
Old wives' tales. What do I care about such...
Well... But
Of course it is.
The apparition was seen by the conciliatory cross at night.
Old wives' tales.
I went to take a look, and it really is askew. But it wasn't magic that Hellspawn was wielding. It was a shovel. There was a hiding place beneath the cross. And the man digging there at night didn't have time to put the cross back.
By all the saints! So someone was digging there. What has that to do with me?
There was a brand new cloak of the Knights of the Cross in the hiding place. Maybe to cover up who he really is.
I still don't know what you want from me. What have I got?
The man who took things from the hiding place can't have been some chance thief.
So keep the groschen, lad, and stop pestering me.
I found some pretty interesting
I don't know what you're talking about.
I reckon you do, Ambrose. According to one of the documents, you were appointed seneschal of... Or are you going to tell me it was some other Ambrose?
I'm not going to tell you anything. I don't know any...
A few nights ago, a herdsboy saw a black horse, but I think a demon would have known the road to Apollonia and wouldn't have
Why are you telling me this?
Because I found a black horse stabled in a well-fed, healthy horse, black as charcoal.
Why are you telling me all this? For God's sake!
That's enough. I think but you're in luck.
You're wide of the mark. But in the end...
What do you want help with?
I'm not Ambrose. I am Conrad, Knight of the Cross with the Red...
What are you doing in the hermit's hut, then?
In Prague, I got into a... Ambrose was the only person who could help me.
I'm guessing that the diabolical horseman's scaring people.
That was not my intention.
Ambrose is dead, you say?
He was an old man. Unfortunately, he was already at death's door.
And you had nothing to do with his death?
Of course not! I'd known him for 20 years. He was a good...
Ambrose was a member.
More than a member. He was the seneschal. He served the order for many years before getting into a dispute with the Prague chapter. I was the only one to know where to look for him.
You scared the life out of Gerda from Troskovit.
Ambrose had a hiding place beneath the cross where he kept things from...
I found some documents there from the Knights of the Cross. But Ambrose clearly wasn't interested in them. So what did he send you to get?
He sensed that death was coming for him. He wanted me to help settle his affairs. And he also longed to hold his old sword in his hands one last time. I went to his hiding place that very night. But by the time I got back, Ambrose was dead. I put the blade on his grave, in place of a cross.
So the sword is on Ambrose's grave? Will you tell me where I...
You want to disturb his...
I just want the sword, that's all.
All right. I'll tell you where his grave is, if you fulfill
All right.
Listen carefully, then. There's an old... Take this cross to her, and say to her exactly these words. Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
That's right.
I hope she'll know what this is about.
Don't worry, she will. Give her the cross. Benedictio Domini...
Be careful. It isn't safe around.
Good day. What would...
This might seem strange, but I'm supposed...
A cross? Mother...
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what he deserves.
Ambrose? The hermit?
It was his wish that I give you the cross and the message. He said you'd know...
Oh my God! By all that's holy, it couldn't possibly be him. All those years, I'd lost hope. I committed a mortal sin.
Well, I don't know what you did. But this...
No. There's no upset. You said it yourself. Not until Ambrose's brought the bones. They still lie there outside the... Help me! His soul must find...
All right. I'll help you.
Thank you, lad. Thank you. We must go to the graveyard.
Let's go then.
Here it is.
What does the graveyard have to...
Hold on. Not so fast. First, tell me... Are you a...
It's the living I'm more afraid of than the dead.
One should fear the dead. But in the end, it's probably a good... You see, one poor soul is waiting for a...
Ah, I get it now. Ambrose's brother has to get what...
His name was Jan. He lies outside the graveyard wall, buried.
Why doesn't he have a proper...
Because suicides can't enter the kingdom of heaven. The worst thing about it is that Jan didn't kill himself. He didn't, and it's my fault. I said nothing.
What happened to him?
The memories are painful. We were childhood friends, and Jan loved me. Only he couldn't get over the rejection. So he lay...
And Vashek...
It was an accident. They quarrelled. Apparently, they got close to the cliff edge while they were fighting. When they found his body at the bottom of the cliff, people thought he'd killed him.
Did you see it?
No, but I believed my Vashek. It pained him till the day he died. And he lived in fear of Jan's brother. In the end, that...
Why didn't Ambrose avenge his brother Jan's death? He must...
He went away to Prague and joined an order of knights. He didn't...
But then he came back and became a hermit in Apollonia.
No. His name was Adam before, but he changed it to Ambrose.
Ah, the conciliatory cross where they saw the apparition. That's to commemorate...
His brother Ambrose had it built there. And those... It's my fault for saying nothing.
Nonsense. God wouldn't use a diabolic... And what's more, Ambrose forgave you.
Only on the condition that Jan's bones will be... Help me lay him to rest in a proper...
But without telling the priest and gravedigger.
That's the only way we can put right a terrible mistake.
All right.
Thank you. The Lord... There's a rose bush outside the graveyard. Please bury him beside my Vashek. Here. Then place Ambrose's cross on his grave. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Intercede for my forgiveness. And may their souls find eternal salvation. I know my silence was a sin. Jan did nothing wrong. Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Holy God, Holy Might.
Your journey ends here, Jan. I don't know what you have on your conscience. But rest in peace. I I don't know much about prayer in these situations, but... Our Father, there are many sinners in this world, but in the end, we all face your judgment for what we should have done, but lacked the courage to do. So forgive me this little sacrilege. You know better than anyone that it was the right thing to do. Thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven, and deliver us from evil. Amen.
Thank you. May God...
I understand.
30 years.
It's all right now. Everything else is beyond...
I'd like to reward you. Well, if...
I don't want any...
Thank you. God be with you.
Hey, fella! Listen! We need help!
Who are you? And who do you serve?
We are Knights of the Cross with the Red Star. Good brothers in Christ. I'll explain everything, but there's no time now. We have to act fast. Our brother Klesgen is dying. The crazy fool shot him. Help us.
Benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tu, Jesus. Sanctam.
All right, we'll have a quiet talk. What happened?
If you're going to see the hermit, be warned. The man in the hut is just pretending to be the hermit. His name is Conrad, and he's a fraud and a murderer. The Inquisition paid him to murder our Grandmaster Zdeněk in Prague. Fortunately, God did not let him carry out the crime. But 2 of our brothers were killed by Conrad when they tried to detain him.
And I see a third one will soon join them.
He was just about to flee from here as well. We took him by surprise, but he had time to grab that damned crossbow and shoot Klesgen. By the Virgin Mary, help us. We have to catch him.
Did Conrad really?
Yes. He almost...
Why should I get mixed up in it?
I'll pay you. We just need to distract Conrad's attention. That's all. Otherwise, we won't have a chance against his crossbow in that gorge.
You're a knight of an...
Yes. I am Brother Arnold, and... You are too late to make the... We take care of the sick and You have to help us.
This is your business.
Mary, Mother of God. Of course. Why else would you be here?
No, I'm not. If I don't have any choice...
God, try to get close unseen, but do it quickly, before he...
Salva Regina. Data misericordia.
I'm sorry.
Damn it! What was that? Yeah, you're...
And what is it you want?
Where can I find Amber?
It's not far. At the edge of the meadow up there.
Why were they trying to kill?
I had proof that our damned Inquisition. First,
That's all I need.
and that's an end to it.
Thank you.
Farewell, friend.
When's the last time I ate something?
I'm sorry.
Now that's what I call steel. It may be broken, but there's hardly a trace of rust.
Did you sleep in a barn or what? What do you want here? Why'd you barge in here?
So I'm back, Master.
Excellent.
He's dead.
What?
No, not me. It just got a bit complicated. Anyway, it turns out old and this really is Toledo steel.
God's nails.
First class. Ambrose must have broken the sword himself, deliberately. It wouldn't have just happened.
That's exactly what we... See now, youngster. My clever
Right. Well...
You haven't disappointed me yet, lad. So I'm sure forging...
Wait, I thought you wanted to do it yourself.
Not at all. Fucking steel.
burning.
Christ almighty.
This is useless. I should move it.
What do you need? Hurry up. I don't have all day.
I've got something for you, Black.
God's nails, you won't.
I'd say it looks pretty much...
Looks like. This is a damn...
Thanks. I was glad to help.
I'll pay you, of course. And if you want to do...
No, you know full well what I need.
Why is it so important for you?
I have my reasons. And you don't need to...
God's nails, lad. You're full of mysteries. But whatever. That's your business. I don't mind taking you. We can set off once you're ready.
What's new around here?
I don't know about anything. It's all been quiet here.
We should do something to Albram's bull. But what?
You're having problems with the Jad...
Not just me, my friend. They're the biggest bast... The winter before last, they piled snow in, and last year, they broke into my cellar and pissed...
Gracious.
Not yet, no. But since you're here, I've got a plan you could help me out with. I'd pay you well. You can count on that.
What exactly would you like me to do?
Don't worry. I won't make you do any shoveling or pissing anything. But I'll tell you exactly what I have in mind, only after you I'd hate to reveal my plan, only for you to go off and...
Well, if you've got it all...
Right. And who's going to run the... Besides, everyone in Jelly-off...
All right.
Listen up, then. Old Albram, the owner of the biggest plot of land in Jelly-off, obviously, he's very proud of it. Now you, will give his beautiful... Simple, right?
Painting a bull, eh?
Right. We just first, we have to get some. I don't reckon we'll be able to get any here in the village. But you can try and ask. And after that, we'll have to make sure try asking Radovan, the local blacksmith. If you pour it in the bull's water trough, but watch out. That beast is enormous.
All right, then.
And remember, it's supposed...
Right. So I need paint. I need something that'll put animals to sleep.
Did you get tired of blacksmithing and take... I just happen to know of something. I used a concoction that will put even a startled mare to sleep in no time. But the recipe is an old blacksmith's secret. You're in the trade, so I can tell. Listen up, then. You take some poppy and thistle and boil them in oil. Then, after it cools off...
That doesn't sound too complicated. I've heard you dye your own fabric.
I used to. I tried a few times, but why'd you ask?
I'd like to buy some pigment.
I see. Well, perhaps I could find some...
Ah, damn. Look, I don't need much.
Is that so?
Nothing important.
All right, whatever. You know what? If I scraped off some of that drop, that could work. Those pigments are
What do you mean?
For example, if you need blue, you can use blueberries or woad leaves. You put them in hot water with the fabric and it'll turn blue. Walnuts good too. With the husks of unripe walnuts, you can get a very nice light brown, sometimes even yellow. The best way to make red is from madder root. And when you add alum or beeswing to the water, the colour gets a beautiful... Or you could just... Oh, and privet's not... You can even use... But you know what's and for so much cheaper that buckthorn makes a nice... The most important... But even that won't help you. Too bad I don't... But I see you're really into it.
My word.
Oh, just be careful not to stain yourself.
Good afternoon.
I know now how it...
Really? So tell me...
It was Conrad. Ambrose sent him to dig up his secret
I surprised him. Have you got any proof?
Ask the widow Margaret from the...
I know Margaret.
There's no devil here, and...
Thank God that... And thank you, too. And take this book. See you soon, my friend.
I was just looking at that bull you've got there.
Aye, our bull. Olbram's, that is.
What do you mean?
For example, we have to watch it all night. Do you know... See you later, my friend. I hope you're not going to be one...
All right. What am I going to do with you? Aye. This'll be good.
Well, what's it going to be?
Getting quite tired. It's done. Olbram's bull isn't as wide.
I knew you wouldn't let me down, mate.
To hell with the fucking pricks.
Aye, something like that. Until they caught me, that is. But don't worry.
At least that. I reckon Olbram will mouth off. They didn't beat you up, did they?
Don't worry.
All right, then. Here's the reward I promised.
Thanks.
And since you already got caught up in our little disputes...
So, what can I...
We're planning to meet with the Gelievites in the pasture. We'll sort it all out with them there. Nice.
Why not? After painting that bull.
Aye, we'll get into a huge argument and then stop. So then, should I send for Olbram so we can get going?
Wouldn't you rather call an end to this endless feud with the Gelievites? That way.
Chance would be a fine thing. Olbram will...
The bordeth by the orchard, that's where I got my ass kicked.
Who knows what the old fool...
You should talk to the bailiff and get him to support you.
Thrush! He already said ages ago he doesn't want to get involved.
Well, as you wish. You know what? I'll go have a talk.
All right, but don't get your hopes up. And don't you go
I came because of the arguments.
What happened this time? Did all Bram...
No, but they're getting...
Let them do it then! Maybe a few knocks to the...
How did the arguments between the Taka...
What do I know? I was a young lad. Both villages claim that it belongs to them. But nobody has any evidence. So they split it in half.
But you wouldn't let them fight over... Does nobody know who the bloody pasture...
Nobody who could be trusted, not... After all, what business is it of mine?
Wouldn't it be nice for the Takovites and Jeliovites to leave you alone? Do you really need to get involved in some senseless...
Not the youngest? How...
No, wait. That's not what I meant. Lord von Berghoff would surely be glad you're taking care of...
You think so? After all, who else but a wise and kind bailiff? How the fuck am I supposed... I looked in the Chronicle. Things like that tend to be there. But Bailiff Brada, who was here before me...
Then let me have a look. I may not be mad, but maybe I'll find something...
You want to touch such a rare book with those filthy peasants?
Filthy peasant hands? Do you know how many... If there's anything actually useful in the Chronicle, I'll find it.
Fine, have it your way. Maybe you'll manage to make... But if I find out you've even opened that book too harshly...
What's new in the county, Master?
I was just visited by one of the local He said he found more fresh graves behind his field.
What do you mean, more? You sound like this...
That we found someone buried here? Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running... And that's about it.
That sounds interesting. This Latin phrase looks important. Otherwise it wouldn't be written in red, would it? Fecit ordinem in region ope claviferae. I should try to find somebody who could translate it for me.
God bless. What would you like?
I need to translate something from Latin. You're an educator.
Why not? It's nice to see simple folk wanting to get educated.
Fecit ordinem in...
That's definitely Latin, but in Regione is obvious. That fecit ordinem is something like to bring order. So, brought order to the region.
That's not important. The main thing is I know what it means. And Ah, here's the damn nail. Right in the middle of the pasture. Olbram and Prochek won't be happy.
Come as a surprise when I refuse a...
I finally found the damn border, but...
How the hell?
I found it in that chronicle of yours. It wasn't easy.
Oh. So then.
Definitely. Bailiff Brada took iron nails and used them to mark the border so that people wouldn't forget.
That's nice of him and all, but he could have fucking told somebody about it. At least Olbram and Project will leave us alone now. Go to them, and when you... And if those two start arguing again, I'll be hammering...
I heard about this fella who always got heartburn just before it snowed.
Greetings, what do you need?
All we need is a bloke who can't get it up when it's going to be sunny, and we'll be the three...
I sorted everything out.
Finally! Well, Jelly-evites.
Of course they did. Can you blame them? I'd rather come and get a beating than...
You see? They're provoking us.
There's nothing to negotiate, old man. The pasture is up.
Bullshit! You know right well that I got smacked around as a child in that orchard, right over there.
You know what? Now you'll get smacked.
Enough! Does anybody here have anything better to do?
Trust? What are you doing here?
This shouldn't concern you, bailiff. We'll just beat those bastards' asses and go home.
Help! I can't do this on my own. Come and help me. Hurry!
Don't you think there's been enough fighting and nonsense?
I won't tolerate this nonsense in my territory.
Tell that to the Jelly-evites. Maybe they'll finally get it.
In your dreams, you...
Kurva!
You're both wrong. The pasture is split in half. From here to that oak over there is...
We're supposed to share with them?
How do you know? You're not even from around here.
But unlike you, yokels, he can read. It's all there. Black on white.
They've done so much to hurt us. They just have to make it up to us.
None of that. They're the ones always provoking us. You know what?
There you are, you... Come and help me. Hurry!
Knock it off already. All those worthless problems and wasted time.
That's right. From this point forward, and if I hear about anyone causing... Now, pack up and...
Huh?
Wait! Don't move!
Your help! Come on!
Huh? I said surrender! What are you waiting for? Surrender immediately! Last chance, you scoundrel! Have it your way, then. I'll beat you into submission.
I surrender! Enough!
Felt like doing a bit of robbery, did you? But now you'll pay a fine.
All right, I'll pay.
Now show me what you've...
All right.
All right, then. In that case...
Now, I hope the Takovites and Jeliovites won't be at each other.
I can hardly believe it. I'm sure Lord Von...
How you handled it?
Aye? With a little help from you. True enough.
Ah.
Leave it off. We've got... Since you did so well with the Chronicle, I have another book. I didn't get much out of it myself, but that's a damn fine...
My word.